I've been waiting a long time to talk about the Zed 2. This product is simply incredible. What I wanted to showcase first is the 6-axis inertial measurement unit, but they also added a barometer and a magnetometer. And these motion sensors, I believe the accelerometer and gyroscope, have a data rate of around 400 hertz with a pose update of around 100 hertz. And the position sensors of the barometer and magnetometer, the data rate transfers around 25 hertz to 50 hertz with pose drifts and translations about 0.3% and rotations of 0.005 degrees per meter without loop correction. And they also are using a 6 degrees of freedom visual inertial stereo slam with advanced sensor fusion and thermal compensation. So what we can showcase here on the first one, accelerometer, is look how quick this updates. Look how quick the X, Y, and Z, the yaw, pitch, and the roll of the accelerometer updating on this. And this is really, really fantastic. You can actually record all of this and output it into a file, and as you're tracking and testing certain types of algorithms and applications. And I find this is incredibly useful. And again, you can see that at about 400 hertz here, streaming through this VM connection over to the spatial computer, the HoloLens 1. So let's go into the gyroscope. Again, same kind of thing. We're going to turn this around. You'll see all that data, all the metrics, and again, you can record that out. And let's go into the orientation. That's real nice, real useful again for tracking algorithms, especially robotics, drones, AI autonomous vehicles, etc., and also spatial computing as well. So let's go to the barometer. So this is the atmospheric pressure. Again, it shouldn't be changing as I move this. It should change where you're located, where you're utilizing your robotic platform. And your magnetometer, again, it depends on what kind of electric fields this is around, but this is going to measure those electric fields. And then your ambient temperature in Celsius, to 25 degrees to 77 F, and some of those calculations times 1.8 plus 32. So what I want to do next is I'll shut this one off, then I'm going to jump into the sensor stream, as they added something really unique. They call it a Lidar View, which is really useful. Let's see if I can actually launch it from here. Let's jump into the Zed 2 here. What you can see here is they've improved this camera so much, but they've also added this Lidar View, which is on the right-hand side in the depth viewer. I have this at VGA running about 100 hertz. Upper left-hand side, you have binocular disparity side by side, and depth underneath that with the depth shading. But one of the things I really love about Stereolabs is they listen to the developers. So, whereas beforehand for object detection, we had to write separate programs and separate applications. Now it's integrated into this platform. So if we want to do object detection with people, in vehicles, and we want to have detection outputs with bounding boxes in 2D and 3D with location, speed, unique ID, and segmentation masks for each individual camera, we can utilize that now. We can actually integrate that right out of the box, which is just incredible. And they have skeletal tracking, just like the Microsoft Azure Connect and many of the others, out there on the market right now. This particular product by itself is one of the most exciting robotic computer vision application products that I've seen in many, many years. And I highly recommend to go out and get it. And number one, think about it this way. This binocular disparity stereo visual based odometry system, which is able to calculate depth up to this ultra mode out to 40 meters, right? And we have a detection range in 3D at 20 meters. So it's just unbelievable. I highly recommend to everybody, if you don't have a Zed 2 and you're working in spatial computers, you're working in robotics, in drones, and autonomous vehicles, to go out and get this sensor today. You won't be disappointed. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll touch more on this in the future, and I'll create some more in-depth videos that'll really showcase the capabilities of this, but I wanted you guys to see this today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for tuning in.